I need to tell you something. I lied to you. Remember that time I said I wasn't going to buy any more chicks? I bought some chicks today. Let's get to it. That's 20, but there's more. That was 11, but wait, there's more. That was a total of 48 7-week-old bovine brown pullets. Last fall, I bought some 1-year-old hens, and I had a mama silkie who hatched out hens, and I said, I'm never buying chicks again. It's just not worth it. Now here's the thing. Remember my silkie mama who hatched out 9 beautiful mixed breed chicks? 6 of them are roos. 6 roosters. I don't need 6 roosters. But I needed more hens because I have more customers than I have eggs, and I could not pass up this great deal. Chris had a meeting with somebody yesterday, and it was just related to work. It wasn't anything about chickens at all, and come to find out that this guy is a mass producer of bovine browns. And I didn't know any of this at the time. It came up in their conversation, and I get a phone call from Chris, and he says, hey, you want some chicks? And I was like, maybe. Are they hens? Yeah, they're all hens. Well, how much do they want for them? Chris says, don't worry about that. It's taken care of. Just, tell me how many do you want? 10, 20, 100? And I'm like, I guess 20. So Chris turned and told the person on the phone, okay, we'll get 20. And then he hung up, and I'm like, what is that? What's going on? So he gets home, and I start asking him. Well, it turns out that this guy is a mass producer, and so he's got like 20,000, 30,000 of these in a big barn, like a hangar style barn, and his buyer fell through. So now he's got all these chicks. So now he's got all these chicks that he's got to get rid of. And he told Chris, he's like, give me $20, you can take as many as you can haul away. So tonight, Chris and I met after he'd picked him up, and I put the boxes in my car, came home, got the tractors ready. And at first I was going to have them outside, but then the guy that Chris got them from said that they had been in a heated barn. So they're not quite ready. We're getting ready to have some cold weather. We had 70s this weekend. We might get snow tomorrow. It's crazy. Welcome to Missouri. All 4 seasons in 1 week. So I had to scramble to figure out what to do. So that's why we're in here in the garage. We're going to have to come out with some housing for these guys. 50 chickens is a lot. 50 hens. They can produce a lot of eggs. I do have a wait list on my egg customers, so I could use a lot more. But I don't know if I need quite this many. It's Saturday. I got these brown bovine girls on Tuesday evening, and they're in tractors in my garage. Hey mama, hey pretty girl. And they're stinking up my house. So they were kept in a heated garage, a heated barn. They are not ready to be outside yet without heat. No, you stay here. You stay right here. And so I've got them in those tractors. Well, tomorrow is supposed to be pretty nice. It's been really cold, right around freezing or below. Tomorrow's supposed to get up around 50, so I'm gonna take them outside in the tractors. I'll clean up the area under where the tractors were in the garage. I'll clean out their hay and give them fresh hay. And then I'll put them back in there. But I'm gonna, on nice days like that, at least take them out for a few hours every day so they kind of get used to the warm weather. The tractors do have the plastic on the outside, so they will be okay. They'll be fine outside as long as it's not too cold. And then, once the nighttime temperatures are staying warmer and well above freezing, then I'll eventually move them outside all the time. But remember, I was only planning on getting 20 of these chicks. I only have housing for 20 new chickens. I don't have housing enough for 48 new chickens. Some of them can stay in the coop up at my mom's house. That won't be a problem. But not all of them. Whoa, come back. Stay here. So I was talking to Chris about what to do, and we're thinking about building another mobile coop. We have that triangle shaped coop out in the yard, and it's worked pretty well for us, except that if I have to get in it to do anything, first of all, the entrance is only about this big, so you're crawling in. It's really awkward. The floor is off the ground, and the floor is hardware cloth. It's held by 2x4s running along it. So when I walk in there, I have to stand on the hardware cloth where the 2x4s are only, so that I don't break through the floor of it. I have to, there's also, the roosts are right there, so it's just really awkward. And it's only high enough for me to stand up right at the peak. So getting in and out of there is really difficult. Even if I'm trying to clean it out with a rake, it's really difficult. So this time we were looking at different plans online and kind of brainstorming, and I actually found one that I really like. I'm gonna take a second and look it up because I forgot the channel name already. The channel name is Happy Critters Farm, and the video is an 8-point checklist for, I think it's designing your mobile coop, something like that. She did a really good job. They took Justin Rhodes' coop and they redesigned it, and I think it's gonna work really well for our needs. We're gonna be able to get in and out easily. We're gonna do something a little different with our nesting boxes, but we're gonna follow her same basic design. So I'd really love if you guys check out that video. There's a link in the description. She's a brand new channel. She has, as of today, 5 subscribers. So I'm sure if all 300 or so of you that watch this video hop over there and subscribe, you'll just make that channel go through the roof. Please go watch the video and please comment on it and say that you heard about their channel from me. They could really use some love in the beginning, I'm sure. What else? So that's the coop we're gonna go with. But then I had Chris figure out the cost for me. Hey Mama, hi. Yeah, you want to be back with your friends, I know. And even using some materials that we already have, it's gonna cost us about $200. And I was like, are you kidding me? I'm gonna build a $200 coop for 41 chickens? You know, I paid $20 for 48 chickens, so that's ridiculous. I'm not spending that kind of money. But if I don't, then what am I gonna do? I either have to sell some of these girls or, you know, I don't know, because I don't have room for them. Well, I was thinking about that today while I was driving, and I started trying to do some mental math. So let's say it cost us around $200 to build the coop, and the girls were $20, so $220 total cost, we'll just say. And if I sell eggs for $3 a dozen, oh, the dogs are eating. That's probably so noisy. I'm sorry. If I sell eggs for $3 a dozen, that means it's gonna take me close to 75 dozen eggs. 75 dozen eggs. And I was like, oh, that's gonna take forever. But then I realized these girls are gonna lay maybe 3 to 4 dozen eggs a day. So we'll just say 3 on the low side. We'll estimate on the low side at $3 a dozen. Selling 3 dozen eggs, it's gonna take let's see, 3 goes into 75, 25 days until I have earned back the money that I spent on the girls and on housing them. So within a month of them starting laying, they will have paid for everything I put into them, and after that, then everything above food is profit. So I think we're gonna go ahead and do that. The problem is, they're 7 weeks old now. You're gonna lay around 20 to 24 weeks, which means we've got another, what, 13 to 15 weeks before you start laying. So I have to come up with that $200 now in order to see the profit later this year. But I think they're worth it, and they're so beautiful, aren't they? They're nice and healthy and big. Yeah, you are. And we will follow these girls' progress as they get bigger. Yeah, that's a sweet girl. That's a sweet girl. I don't want you to fly because there's not enough room. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend. I had to share this with you. I mean, I'm so stinking excited about these chicks. Ah! That was really kind of lame.